Right after a 2-month annual recess, the National Assembly is expected back in session this Tuesday, September the 23rd, 2025. However, we are still been expecting, and of course, the recess started sometime in July and was not just for rest, as lawmakers got busy with their respective oversight visits and constituency duties.
That's right, Claire. Now, Senate President Godswill Akpabio had directed committees to tie up loose ends, finalizing reports and pushing forward with ongoing investigations. And while the House members have been charged to closely monitor federal projects in their various constituencies.
Well, that's the routine. It's always the routine, of course, when they go on such recess. But expectations are that, many Nigerians wonder whether the legislature will truly match words with action, especially at a time when, the country is facing, challenges here and there.
Recall, for instance, when we discussed the sudden 100% hike in the cost of international passports, the third increase in just 2 years. Many viewers expressed hope that lawmakers would step in once they resumed. Now, that's just one example of the issue citizens expect the Assembly to tackle head-on.
Of course, there are other hot topics, of course, that won't just go away. Constitutional review will be there. There's also the electoral reform, the prolonged suspension of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Gwan of Kogi Central. And we all know how, of course, that started and left her constituents without a representation, despite, all legal pushbacks.
That's true, Claire. So, of course, all eyes are on the National Assembly. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives has its own share of unfinished business. Proposals like reducing presidential powers, synchronizing elections to cut costs, and even creating a new regulator for political parties are all on the table. Add to that, tensions over budget implementation, project sharing, and staff recruitment. And, of course, you get a sense of the underlying pressure, the National Assembly needs to face.
Absolutely, absolutely. So much expectation from the National Assembly as they set to resume. But on the brighter side, let's give you some records of what has happened. We understand that 46 requests for new states and 117 for new local government areas have already been processed into bills. And, in less than 2 years to the 2027 elections, that is, the clock is ticking for the 10th National Assembly to deliver on its constitutional amendments. Now, electoral reforms and, of course, the 2026 budget.
So, as plenary resumes shortly, the stakes are high. Will the legislature prove assertive and focused enough to give Nigerians a stronger sense that democracy is working in practice and not just in theory? I'm Henry John. Welcome to Good Morning Nigeria.
And I'm Claire Adelabu Abdul-Razak. Thank you for joining us on Good Morning Nigeria, live on the network service of the NTA. We are live from our studios here in Abuja. All right, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim will be joining us shortly for the morning news. But don't also forget that Chukwudi Okulubaja will be here to review the newspaper for us. For now, here is Salwa Khalil Ibrahim with the morning news. Salwa.
Thank you, Claire. Good morning, here and Henry. Now, here is a brief of the news. In a show of renewed hope cooperation, the newly reinstated Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has visited President Bola Tinubu, expressing readiness to work with the federal government to deliver democratic gains to his people. He commended the president's timely intervention, which restored stability in the state after a 6-month emergency rule.
Not intervene timely. Nobody knows what would have happened in the state. And for me, it was saving the situation. I'm here after the lifting of the suspension to appreciate him and also tell him we're ready to hit the ground running.
Meanwhile, hundreds of Nigerian women representing the 36th state and the Federal Capital Territory converged on Abuja in a united call for increased women's participation in governance. The women are demanding special seat in the parliament to amplify their voices. Their move is a renewed call for women's special seat in parliament.
We are asking that an extra 37 women are voted into Senate. It should be placed there. Women who are in political parties should compete for that seat. It's women-only seat. And then 37 positions be reserved for the House of Representatives for women only to contest it.
And the House of Representatives has taken a significant step towards constitutional review, holding a public hearing on proposed amendments. The House of Representatives Committee on Constitutional Review has set out to correct gray areas in the 1999 Constitution with a compendium of 87 proposed amendment bills. Various stakeholders represented their stance at a public hearing held in the FCT, highlighting the importance of this review.
Each a response to the felt needs and expressed desires of the Nigerian people.
The process you are undertaking today is therefore not only about amending legal provisions, it is about giving Nigerians renewed confidence.
Similarly, as the nation grapples with the issues of representation, another crucial gathering in Abuja focusing on parliamentary budget offices was the 8th conference of the African Network of Parliamentary Budget Officers, with delegates from 16 member countries in attendance for parliaments across Africa to leverage cutting-edge technology and artificial intelligence to tackle fiscal and governance challenges. Speaker of Nigeria's House of Representatives, Abbas Tajuddin, emphasized Nigeria's commitment to strengthening procurement laws to block leakages.
Of using judicious borrowing as a catalyst for growth and poverty reduction, while simultaneously strengthening oversight mechanisms.
Meanwhile, the Nigerian economy has recorded stronger growth in the second quarter of 2025, according to fresh figures from the National Bureau of Statistics, following the rebasing of Nigeria's gross domestic product using the 2019 as the new base year. The National Bureau of Statistics has released new figures showing a stronger growth in the second quarter of 2025. Meanwhile, in the nation's capital, a separate development is unfolding in the legal arena, where the trial of suspended Kogi Central Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan was adjourned to October 20, 2025 by the Federal High Court in Abuja. The high-profile trial was stalled on Monday as the presiding judge, Justice Muhammad Umar, gave the order following an objection raised by defendant Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan is facing a 6-count charge related to alleged cybercrime. And these are the news highlights. Good morning, Nigeria continues with Henry and Claire after these messages.